Hi everyone. Welcome to another AOE2 coaching video. Today we are going to be following Kurno. Kurno is roughly 900 elo, and we got a little bit of pre-game smack talk going on. And so this is an arena game. Arena typically is not the type of games that I play. I prefer to play more open maps, but we will do a little bit of coaching here, specifically on Dark Age. I think Dark Age is probably the number one area that lower elo folks can improve upon. So we're going to push in some deer, shoot the deer. This is a little bit of a pet peeve of mine. This was fine here, but I think if you have a preference between letting deer rot or letting sheep rot, you'd rather let the sheep rot just because that food income's a little bit slower. So far so good. And then here you're probably better off splitting between both deer, just because you lower the total rate of decay compared to if you're on one deer to start off with. So far so good. A little bit of idle time here. While we're pushing our deer. Little bit of idle time. Okay, yeah, we're probably down a vill now compared to our opponent then. Yeah, and we're gonna keep some vills. Yeah, we're probably down at least a vill, if not two, compared to our opponent, which is never a good start. But we can chalk that up to being, maybe a little bit nervous, maybe first game of the day, that kind of stuff. We're going to go build a mill, we're going to go bring in the boar. And then go chop wood. This is a little bit of a result as, we screwed up the build a little bit. Here's the mill, that's good. Just kill the boar, there you go. Alright, a little bit of mismanagement there, but that's fine. As I said at the beginning of the video here, typically, Dark Age is the easiest place to clean up. Here, I think we're better off putting as many vills around this boar as we can. I think you can get like 10 or 11 vills around a boar, simply because that food income is so much faster than going everyone to berries, going 5 to berries here. So, moving on, we're going to scout around. Doing a good job hugging the walls. And so, yeah. He's going to go get the next boar. Go to gold. So far, so good. I don't like this house here. I think... I'm trying to figure out where the other house is. Yeah. I don't like this house here. I think these houses need to go up near the walls as close as possible. Simply because in the event that you do get a forward castle, it gives you almost like a second barrier. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be right up against the wall. It can be like a diagonal like this, or diagonal like this. So, yeah. Continue scouting around. So we don't really know what's coming yet. I think a good idea would be to get as close to the walls as you can get, just simply so you can, you see what you can into your opponent's base. You can see any stones, you can see any gold, you can see, whatever. And I'm not really sure what blue is attempting to go for here. If he was going for a tower build, we'd probably be a little bit on the later side. If we're going for a fast castle build, it's very difficult to get a good fast castle build with only 22 villagers. It's better to go for like 24, somewhere between 24 to 26. A little bit inefficiency here. We probably want to have 2 on one side, 2 on the other side. That's a little bit more difficult. We're German. We're talking in German. Interesting. I always wanted to learn German. German's an interesting language. So yeah, again, the reason why we have so much wood for only 4 villas on wood is because we haven't been building farms, and so we're going to build We're going to build Market Blacksmith somewhere. No, we're going to go for eco upgrades. Okay. Okay, Market Blacksmith. Yep. And so this build is going to be very difficult to do, I think. Yeah, you're never going to have the food income now that you want in order to click up to the Castle Age. So you won't. I mean, we have 4 farms and 6 berries. That's enough. Right now, 6 on berries. It'll be 9 on berries. That's barely enough to have a profitable food income. And so we're gonna market abuse a little bit, idle a little bit. Yeah, this is pretty inefficient so far. But now we can click up. And again, we want to be, trying to peek into our opponent's walls. We're against Goths and we're Japanese. We should never. This should be a pretty favorable matchup for us simply because our infantry is so much better. We also want to see, hey, is the opponent making a stable? Hey, is the opponent making barracks? That kind of stuff. So there's the barracks. We're not going for a castle drop here. It seems like this is just going to be fast castle boom, so we're going to speed up a little bit here. Yep, so there's the market, there's the blacksmith. Probably not a bad idea at this point to, yep, these guys are going to go build a town center, it seems. Yeah, and you can also afford another town center here. You can probably build another town center on this wood or wherever on this wood over here. But again, as far as matchup goes, we have Japanese against Goths, and our infantry should be better than the Goths' infantry should be, because we have more upgrades and we have the faster attack, right? Yeah, infantry 33% faster attack. Again, we can afford another town center now, and we're going to be way behind in the villager production, especially since basically the entire Goths game plan is to get 4 town centers in Castle Age, boom up, drop a castle, and then build as many barracks as possible. So, a little bit of a struggle here. I think we're going to be way far behind in Castle Age and Imperial Age because of vill count. So, fast forward here. Not a lot of aggression going on. That's stable. Stable's interesting. Again, I don't think stable's the play here. Japanese typically go for infantry and archers. Unless you want to go get the relics, maybe. Yep, so there's this. So, since we have both vills on stone here and the farm, there's probably a town center right here. And we can actually see that. I think that top left box of stone is being taken as well. So, castle's going to be coming down pretty quick here from the Goth player. And we got into a little bit of a fight, seems like. Back away. Yeah, at this point, just buy town centers. You have the gold. even if you don't want to sell the gold, or even if you don't want to spend the gold, you can sell the food for it. Just buy town centers. Buy one town center here, one town center here, and that's going to be the best boom you're ever going to get. Is those four TCs, especially since it doesn't seem to be a lot happening. And then a 55 villager Imperial Age is pretty inefficient. Yep. So we're starting to see. Let's see what upgrades they got. No upgrades on the pikemen yet. But yeah, 55 villas to the Imperial Age, very, very inefficient. We're gonna let our scout die. Fast forward a little bit. We got pikemen as well. In an infantry v infantry war, I don't think pikemen is a good thing. I think you would rather go champions first and then maybe some samurai if you're expecting huskarls. I think champions is going to be the way to go here, as much as it pains me to admit it, because champions is kind of, the meme is champions aren't very useful, right? But I think here champions is what you want to do. Worst case scenario, if Goths goes for hand cannons, you can start mixing in like Arbalest or whatever. But we're gonna go and drop a castle. Very defensive game, very boomy game. There's finally the third town center. Random militia. So again, not a lot of aggression going on here. I think if you're trying to make army, you always kind of want to be poking and prodding here. You can see the deer moving, so you know the opponent's out here somewhere. Oh, and siege towers. Those are great. Bit of a meme. What kind of upgrades do we have here? Yeah, we probably want more upgrades. Specifically defense upgrades, I think. I'm not sure what those siege towers are going to do unless they're filled with huskarls. Just chase him around. This is hilarious. Oh, get him to castle. Oh, they're gonna run away. Alright, well, red went for it, and it doesn't seem like it's gonna work. What was in there? Oh, there's the huskarls. Yep. So yeah, bring the samurai inside. Garrison. This should be a raid that shouldn't be hard to... Oh, don't ring the bell. Don't ring the bell. Just garrison right here. There's a hotkey for that now. Yeah, probably at this point you want to match the opponent's armor upgrades. Samurai's hilarious. Samurai's just gonna eat these. Nice. Yep. Alright. So that seemed like to be a red attack, so let's go make a push. Let's go forward now. So just kind of for reference here. A good fast castle into a boom game is you have 100 villagers by minute 28. That's kind of the benchmark. And the pro players will do a lot better than that. But if you're going no military castle age right away, 100 vills by minute 28 is definitely the goal here. We're going for... Yeah, I think champions is the way to go here. I don't hate the samurai. I think if you got to upgrade them to elite samurai. But By God, we're going for it. Because now these Huskarls are elite, and we're not elite. And actually, those Huskarls have better stats than we do now. And the hand cannons, yep. So yeah, the hand cannons are going to be how we lose the game now. So we probably have to switch into at least towers and arbalest. At least towers at this point. I'm not sure if we get hand cannons either. We do get hand cannons. We might work on doing our own hand cannons as well. So fast forward a little bit here. We could also go cav archers. Cav archers would be interesting. So yeah, these hand cannons are going to be very difficult. And actually, we're taking a decent trade here because the red player's not microing. But yeah, still kind of yikes here. We probably want ranged upgrades for our castles. Hand cannons is going to be how we lose the game. So yeah, I think at this point, we have to find some sort of counter for hand cannons, and probably not arbalest because arbalests are going to die to the Huskarls. But you know, maybe if you micro around right, you can get a situation where you have arbalest against hand cannons. Better yet, probably towers. Just go, I think, what's it called? Yipsong? No, Yasama. Yasama towers. Kind of give yourself like a base of defense almost. Skirms is going to be challenging, I think. I don't hate the skirm idea, actually. I think hand cannon is a better way to go, especially with 2k gold. But skirms are such a clunky unit to play, and they don't give you the damage output that hand cannons do. So that's gonna be how we lose this game. So, and this time red wins. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a little bit of a steamroll here, so we can probably fast forward. We are expanding the eco a little bit, expanding the. Yeah, with 2k gold, it's going to be difficult to lose ever or win ever if we're hoarding the gold. You got to use the resources here. Also, with only 28 farms is difficult, especially with 110 villagers. At this point in the game, you probably want half of your villas being farms. I actually don't hate that as a rule of thumb. Half of your villagers on some sort of food income. Feudal Age onward is not a bad rule of thumb, I think. So. Yeah, gonna be a little bit of a steamroll here, and we could probably resign now. We don't really have any military. Yep, there we go. All right, yep, so like I said, I think we probably need to go for our own hand cannons. At the very least, towers here. So since we're Japanese, we can do that. Simply because we have to have some sort of counter for the hand cannons. The other thing we can do is we can push a little bit earlier, get on top of the red player before he ever gets the chance to go for hand cannons, and when our infantry are superior. So, all in all, not a bad game. Decent start, a little bit inefficient in the Dark Age, in Feudal Age. Yeah, if you guys like the video, be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.